Holy shit. What it good? What's good? What it do? It's your boy. Oh my gosh. I just went through a whole shit trying to figure out my headphones. I done tried to record this bitch two times already. I got it fixed though. Um, we talking about boxing. We talking Eddie Hearn. We talking Turkey Al Sheik. We talking about the new TKO league. And I want to show y'all this interview because it's not getting a lot of views. And I feel like a lot of people is looking over it when Eddie Hearn dropped some gems. He dropped some major gems on the future of the boxing league and Turkey Al Sheik's vision. And if you know, you know, you can confer with with what he oh shit with what he trying to do. You know, you can read between the lines and see, oh, okay, this is what Turkey trying to do. So look, boom, we're gonna start it off. Basically, he talked about the fighters, what the fighters want. He talked about his role, how he's gonna keep doing what he do as he should. He's a businessman. All he got to do is keep his business running. But let's play it. Pause. Pause, Eddie Hearn. You know, it's only one of them places you want to be, and that's in the back. Yeah, I don't want to be in the front or the middle or nothing. I'm in the back. You know what I mean? Pause. But you get what he's saying though. In this world of business, I'm here to just make my money. I don't give a fuck if I'm the one putting the deal through, if I found him to put you in touch with him and I middleman did it through, or if I'm just on the back end, you know what I'm saying? Just getting it off the residuals. He's just here to make business. And that's where a lot of these promoters and these companies get it confused. They let their egos get into it. Like, I need to be they everybody feel like they the one in charge. You're only in charge of your little aspect, my guy. And you guys are promoters. You're in charge of promoting and setting up fights. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you the fights that you need. They gonna come to you with the bag. Make sure your fighter ready. You know what I'm saying? As he should. Right. I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead of this. We're gonna hear him ask this next question, and I'm gonna speak on that. Right. So that's what people don't understand. This new TKO league, it sounds like one, it was Dana's idea and he pitched it to Turkey. I think he said that later in the interview. Um, and he wants to get into boxing. Where do I think that'll take boxing? Well, it sounds like there won't be any buying out of the sanctioned organizations, which it doesn't have to be for the overall goal of one main champion and you know rankings and fighting for that. It doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? The WBC can still put on their events, and the PBC and the WBO and these other companies and organizations can still put on their events. What I'm thinking it's gonna be, and because they pairing with wrestling and the MMA, I think they're just gonna start putting on these super shows. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Monday Night Raw with Francis and with John Jones versus Tom Espinal and Canelo Alvarez and what you call it all in the same night because they pack arenas every night, big ones every time. They sold out every time. You know what I'm saying? The money gonna come in slight pay-per-view maybe. Fighters might end up getting paid less when they pay on this TKO league, but what I'm seeing is everything is going to stay the same, but they're going to use that Ring Magazine belt. And maybe they might even come up with their own TKO belts. One belt per division. And that's just how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you want to fight on that league, in that league, I don't know if you're going to have to sign some type contract, but it seems to me like they're going to work with everybody and they're only going to be putting on top ranked fights. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be putting on fights, but I'm saying it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's gonna be a ranking system, top 25 in each division or whatever, top 30, and you're fighting your way up the ranks type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not the number one guy is not gonna be fighting the number fucking 14 contender because that's where I'm gonna let it play because boxing gets dumb. Shakur Stevenson fighting fucking Floyd Schofield and Joe Cordina and fucking the electrician he just fired. I want to speak on this. Let's hear this. I got something to say about this because I don't like the way he commented on this. Let me speak on that first. That's a problem. Fighters care about belts. What if you fucking but what if but fucking what you call it Boots is gonna end up fighting Brian Norman Jr. to unify a belt? Like who the fuck is Brian Norman Jr.? You know what I'm saying? The problem is the legacy, yes. I don't the problem is there's so many belts and I was watching an interview with one of the other guys, one of the Mexican guys was talking about how there's belts. These guys are getting winning belts from when they're kids. You know what I'm saying? The belts mean something. And I'm like, okay, you wanna that champ, you wanna be able to call him champ and you want him to get that confidence, but dude, you get the confidence from beating the best fighter. You don't get the confidence from fucking winning, just winning random belts like regional, intercontinental, regional, the district champion belt, whoop de wop. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? No, I don't know. I would feel like it should like it should only be that one belt. I mean, like I get you the kids in the different leagues, these younger ranks who can't compete in those belts, but once you get into the professional, once you become a pro boxer, there's one belt. There's that one top guy. There's only one guy who holds it. He's the best right now. If you want to get up there, you have to beat the best. You want that belt, you got to beat the best. It's not to say you're not going to get recognition if you don't ever win a belt, because you might beat some outstanding fighters. You might end up being a number three ranked guy, but you just can't make it to the top. That doesn't mean you're trash. That doesn't mean your legacy is diminished because you didn't win a belt, dude. Like you got there, you made the money, dude. You put on spectacular fights. You know what I'm saying? You brought out crowds. You know what I'm saying? You had an influence over stuff, and it goes deeper than boxing. I don't like the. And he talks about. Let's hear him talk about. It depends on who he fights. I don't give a bro. If I'm fighting Josh Padley for the fucking WBO championship, but you give me but you give me more money because people not gonna do it for the same amount of money because it's more risk. These fighters are trash. But if you give me more money to fight for the matchroom belt and I'm fighting Javante Tank Davis, I don't want that Padley. Fuck that. I want Tank and that matchroom belt because I had to beat the top guy to get this matchroom belt. I didn't have to beat a fucking Floyd Schofield, a Padley, a fucking a bum. You get what I'm saying? Like Teofimo's about to fight Barbosa for a serious belt. You know what I'm saying? That ring championship is on the line. Barbosa is not a fucking scrub. You know what I'm saying? But if he had to fight a fucking Catterall off a fresh loss, we're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We're like, I mean, yeah, but it's for the WBO. But it's like, my guy, he's fighting Catterall off a loss, and he done lost to Cambosis and niggas. Then, like, bro, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. I want to fight. I want to see the top guys fight for the belts. I know. I want to see the top guys fight. Period. It could be no belts, but nothing but rankings. It could just be rankings. It really don't even got to be rankings. You nigga, we know who the best. I know who the best is off the look, off of who in the ring getting it done, off of who beat who. You know what I mean? It really don't even need to be belts, but you put belts in there to solidify it. One belt. Belts, okay. I get it, bro, but at the same time, first of all, times change. First it was, I don't know, first it was two belts, then three belts, then four belts. Like times change. We can go make it one belt. And it doesn't, and it could be the Ring Magazine. What I think TKO is going to do is they're going to have a Ring Magazine belt. And when you're the top ranked contender in TKO, you're going to fight the champion for that Ring Magazine belt. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it's going to go. Or and they might not even have a stable of fighters. I think they're kind of promoting themselves as a promotional company more than a league, which is kind of weird. I would rather them be a league so that you can work. If it was a league, you could work with promotional companies and just get all the fighters to come over there. You know what I mean? Y'all can like look, the WBO and the WBC and all that bullshit can still do what they do, but we got this TKO league where we putting on real fights, my guy. So if you want to come fight a real fight, come fight over here. Simple as that. That's how I see it. There's four of them. The coup de grace. It's that French in them. It's that Great Britain. The coup de grace. They're the mob. Basically, what right there was you're gonna try to put out the mob. Like these are families who then brought up their kids in it and kids. You're trying to put out the mob, which I get, but you don't have to buy them out. We gonna make them step up their game, like what Turkey Al is doing now. He made the PBC step up their game. Now they putting on dope cards. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I've seen a top ranked card in a minute. They started to see like, oh, we don't got the stable and the politics make us not want to fight over here, and we don't want to put this like bullshit, man. We could just all go fight over here at TKO. Best fight the best. Get this money. They gonna pay. I mean, dude, these dudes get paid ridiculous amounts of money anyway, my guy. Tank getting 30 million to fight to fight Lamont Roach. Bro, 30 million, 10 million, 50 million. What's the difference, my guy? Come on. You guys are rich, dude. You guys are beyond rich, my guy. Get a fucking financial advisor. Learn where to put your fucking money. And as long as you making over $1 million, dude, you're set for life on these fights, dude. These dudes be acting like they need Turkey. I mean, Turkey just gave fucking Canelo. He just stand there gave him 300 some million for 3, 4 fights, bro. Who the fuck does Canelo? I mean, that's a fuck ton of money, dude. That's a fuck ton of money. And I get it, global superstar. But 100 million is still like, dude, you're still that guy. You're still that guy. Pop, pop, pop. These niggas make hella money. Finna start taxing their ass. Right. The Ring Magazine belt is the belt. Right. Bro, bro, bro. That's fine, bro. If you're not that guy, you're not that guy, bro. That's the problem. He thinks, just because you're really good, you can be that guy. No, there is only one guy, bro. In the world we live in today, we all are beings. We all, hold our own weight. But there's only one guy, bro. We all watch Spy Kids 3D. That's the guy. That's him on the cover. That's him. There was only one Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? There was only one Buddha. There was only one Mike Tyson. There was only one Muhammad Ali. There were a bunch of other guys, but that was the guy. If it was one belt back in the days, that would have been the guy. It would have been Mike Tyson. It would have been Ali. It would have been Foreman. You know what I'm saying? And the torch gets passed to the next guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to make more belts so that more people can be allegedly be the guy. You know what I'm saying? No, bro. The proof is in the pudding, bro. And you're still gonna make tons of money. You can still fight, bro. You don't need a belt on your shoulder. The belt, you only get to carry the belt on your shoulder, bro, if you're that guy. You want to be that guy? Fight your way up the ranks and beat that guy. If you're not good enough to get up the ranks and beat that guy, find where you settle and make your money in your lane, bro. Keep fighting the 5, 6. If you're the number 5 contender and you can't beat the number 4 guy, but you're a solid number 5, people have to come through you still, bro. People still have to come through yo. People still have to fight you to get to number 1. There ain't no skipping. You don't get to skip from 7 to 1. Nah, nigga, you gotta fight 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You gotta beat all these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's one guy, and you gotta fight the way through this guy. Y'all played Need for Speed Most Wanted. It was only one number 1. There wasn't one A, one B, one C, one D, one F, E. No, it was one. Then it was number 2. Then it was number 3, and you started off at number 15. You had to face 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. You had to go all the way through the ranks. There wasn't no skipping. Nah, bro. Man, adjust your style. Adjust it. That's the style I have to beat that night. Okay, well, me and my trainer, we're the people. We're gonna. Why not? If you're a great fighter, and if you're, bro, this is the problem. When you watch these interviews of these fighters, right? All of them say they're the best. I'm the best. I think I'm the best. And then and when they start to lose, they start to, feel like, I'm not the best, but, I'm really up here and I really do this and I'm that guy and I'm able to do this. And they fight in they rightful lane, win, lose, or draw. Um, Yeah, bro, and they fight win, lose, or draw. Like you can't. He's trying to say like someone who thinks they're great rank. He's trying to say like you can skip. No, you can't skip past these other contenders, bro. That's what he's trying to say. Yeah, I mean, because and I get why he says that because some people have that it factor and you know it early and you want to fast track them. I don't want to fight all these guys to get up there. Nah, we're just gonna boop boop fight this guy, build his skills up in training, and then put him against the top guy. No, bro. No, no. Fight your way through all them styles you had to fight through. You got to fight all these styles because he did. The number one guy did. You have to fight your way up there, bro. Fight your way up the ranks, bro. Learn these different styles. Win, lose, or draw. If you lose one, if you let's say you're the number three guy and you lose to the number two guy, I don't think that's what happens is that doesn't drop you down to number seven. Nah, you're still number three, bro. The number four guy, if the number four guy has to fight the number three guy to show that he's ready to fight the number two guy. The number two guy, and if he beats the number three guy and the number two guy, he gets to fight the number one guy. You know what I'm saying? And what'll happen is hopefully these dudes start fighting more. Cause right now they fight fucking three times a year. My guy, who the fuck? Bro, like who do these niggas think they are, bro? These niggas are divas. These Drake been on tour all year. Drake been on tour all year. Not like us, nigga. They been on tour all year, bro. Who the fuck are you? You think you make it? You think you could fight three times a year? Nah, get in there, my nigga. I need at least five, six. I think niggas should be fighting every 2 months. They did it back in the day. You niggas making way more money. The league right now, and that's why I like this interview. They want control. He talking about okay, so they're using them as like a promotional company and they're recruiting fighters. They're gonna be doing this WWE, UFC, and they just gonna have fights on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, hopefully this is what happens. The fighters that they start getting on there, right? Start to build names and start to get known enough to where they attract those top guys in. Those top guys are gonna have to come fight over here because this is where all the money at. This is where all the fans are going. This is where people is they social media going up. They doing skits like you seen Tiafimo with the eyeliner and he putting on a show. He's slapping the shit out of dudes. Like this is where it's lit at. You know what I'm saying? I want to go be where it's lit at. And they start moving over there, and it starts to become that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it's not exempt. Hopefully you can still bring guys over. Like that's why he's not buying out the sanctioning bodies, because and he's not buying out promotional companies because he knows fighters are signed. That's why I think it should be strictly a league and not a promotional company. He shouldn't be signing fighters. You know what I'm saying? He should be. This is the league, and this is the league that you want to be in if you want to fight for the Ring Magazine belt. You want to fight in this league? It's a ranking system. You got to fight this guy, this guy, this guy to get to that guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're already number two in the world over here, okay, we'll bring you over and we'll integrate you in our system where we see fit. We're not gonna hold you and make you fight 20 fights. You know what I'm saying? It is we gonna find out season, but we know what's up. We're gonna put you in a guy there with there that's gonna test you. We're gonna find out. He wants and like you said, Turkey wants control. Um, which I mean, he's never not been in control. So, it makes sense. Right. And this is a guy who talks directly to Turkey Al. Turkey probably told him, I don't want to deal with the lawyers and I want to have my own thing. Same. I always got the answer. Yeah, yeah. So I feel like that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? He wants to change boxing forever. He need, and it's possible. It's possible. He got to do it the right way though. You know, he got to do it the right way, and I believe he got it. You know, with changing the rules a little bit, making fighters fight more active, making fighters fight more active overall. You know what I'm saying? More consistently. Um, and get them dudes in the ring and make them throw punches. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even shorten it like 8 rounds, and they got to be actively fighting in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you want to watch my other video, I talked about how he could have a ring that that shows more ring generalship. You know what I'm saying? Who's applying more pressure, not just throwing more punches, but who's actually applying more pressure? Who's actually on their back foot? Who's retreating more? You know what I'm saying? Um, who's in more favorable positions? You know what I'm saying? Um, Throughout the entire fight. I think it could be something crazy. I think he could do something crazy with it. Um, like imagine, like imagine they fighting down there, right? And it's a screen. It's a floor. It's a floor where you could see the footsteps as they fighting. You know what I'm saying? And then on the big screen up top, like say he do some crazy shit, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And up top, it's like a AI generated, and on the big screen, and it slow it down. Fight's still going. It slow it down. So where the fans do and they fans see it. Do, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? See the impact, see the rib crush like a Mortal Kombat type tone. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like with technology where it's going through, you could do so much stuff. You could do so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? People could wear like you could put a patch on a couple dudes, put a patch from here and there so you can see the the forces of the punches and what's going on in their body when he get hit type shit. And bro, boxing could be crazy. Boxing could be crazy. MMA could be crazy, man. It could be crazy, man. It could really turn into like a video game out there, man. And dudes could be getting a fucking face crashed. And that's what we like to see. We like to see a bunch of grown men getting a face beat in. No diddy. And I'm out of here, man. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheik. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. Um, Shout out to TKO Boxing League. Terrence Crawford, Canelo coming up. I don't know who I got, man. I fuck around. I think Canelo might knock that nigga out. We up out of here though. Stupid ass nigga.